All right, here we go. Today's work, I've posted a message on both computer science and on the cybersecurity tabs. It says, please use today's class time to finish all past due assignments. If you have completed all past due assignments, work on cyber literacy assignments for cyber literacy chapter 3. Now, if you are completely done with everything, those cyber literacy assignments are down here. It's chapter 3, text and key terms, activity 1, and the quiz. If you have done everything else, that is what you go to. But raise your hand, because my first period class had exactly one person who was finished. How many in here are totally finished with everything? Okay, that's what I thought. I gave you quite a bit of work last week. And also, we've had quite a bit of work as we move along, especially because of not having computers, early on and things like that. So past due assignments, this says turn these in ASAP. Here's reflection 16 through 20. Those are the ones from last week. You need to make sure those are done. Cyber literacy chapter 2, text, key terms and notes, activity 1, and the quiz. That's what we did early last week. And then we're going to click view more so that you can see the rest of them. Cyber Patriot Unit 0, that's the one where we're talking about ethics and the case studies. You need to finish those. The computer definition quiz needs to be completed. Remember, this is the only quiz in the entire year that I will not allow you to use your notes. It's the only one. Any of the other ones that say quiz, I will allow you to use your notes, but not this one. This student survey, this is not for a grade. This is something that one of the other counselors or admin people needed from you guys. And I don't know if you did it in another class or not, but I posted it here just in case you haven't done this survey. Take a look at it. If you haven't done it, go ahead and do it just to take care of it for them. This save my Google Voice number, join the remind, syllabus receipt, cell phone policy, and student information form. These are those 5 forms that I need you to fill out with your parents. A lot more people have done it and turned it in, but at this point, I still have quite a few people who have not. Sweet girl, you know the cell phone policy? Put it in the bag, please. Yeah. All right. Thank you for doing that, not arguing. That's perfect. All right. Right down here, we're going to click view more. This cyber literacy chapter 1, we need to make sure that we have finished all of that as well. Then all of the rest of these down here are reflections. You're going to have to keep clicking view more till you get all the way down to reflection 1. Remember, I grouped your reflections. 1 through 5 was 1 grade. 6 through 10 was 1 grade. 11 through 15 is 1 grade. And 16 through 20 is 1 grade. So that's 4 grades that you should have so far for reflections. Remember that when we did, I told you last week and the week before that I was not going to put in zeros, not in PowerSchool. I did put zeros in on Google Classroom if you were missing assignments, but I did not put them in PowerSchool because I was concerned about your progress reports and I wanted to make sure that you had an opportunity to take care of those and get things turned in. However, progress reports are passed. People have computers like they should have them. I am working with those who do not. So if you are not on the list that says you don't have a computer or access or something like that, beginning tomorrow, I will be putting zeros in PowerSchool. It will tank your average to have a bunch of zeros in there. So I'm giving you today's class time to get completely caught up, and I will grade this evening and tomorrow, and I will begin putting in those zeros. Does everyone understand that? You've had no zeros in PowerSchool to this point, but you will beginning tomorrow because you have to see how those things affect your grade. It's either going to be a 0 or a 1. I haven't decided which one. I might put a 1 in there. That kind of signals to you, oh, wait a minute. I never turned that in. I didn't do that assignment. But a 1 is going to affect your grade pretty much as harshly as a 0. So I may do it that way. I haven't decided. But you will see those grades in the actual PowerSchool gradebook beginning tomorrow. use today's class time to get caught up. Get all of this stuff turned in on Google Classroom. Remember, you have to turn it in there because that's where I grade it. And I take the grades from Google Classroom and put them into PowerSchool. So I'm also going to send this video out to your parents so they understand I have been very merciful and shown much grace to you. And I have not put in zeros, but I will begin doing that tomorrow. Does everyone understand this?
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand how to access your assignments here on the past due?
Yes.
Now, even if I have already put a grade on it, like on these reflections or whatever, yours may already say that it has a 0 on it. All you have to do is go to that assignment, create your document, and then resubmit it, and it'll come back to me and I can regrade it. So even if it already has a 0 on it in Google Classroom, resubmit it. I will regrade it and change the grade. And then I will update everything in PowerSchool later on. All right. At this point, if there are no questions, I'm going to stop the recording. Just give me a second here.